going to Lambton Shores. If I understand correctly, that the purchasing price, Beach Pines purchasing price, will be the value that we paid in the 80s, including the legal fees and the survey cost. And or could you tell me exactly the amount? Because I understand it's supposedly the amount we paid plus the legal fees. And there was not clarity in the memo about our exact, what we hope to recover from this.
Again, it's a complex issue. Back when that section of road was transferred to the public, it was essentially done for a nominal fee through the registry offices and transfer $1 or $2 kind of transaction. So it wasn't one of a significant at all financial exchange between the two parties. In this instance, that was the original portion, and then there was the stub portion that the municipality acquired in 2009 for the section just down by the Pinery boundary. It was acquired, and the understanding from the municipality at the time and the Beach Pines Association was that if that road was subsequently transferred as part of this, the Beach Pines Association would reimburse us for the costs we expended to have it surveyed, transferred, and the actual purchase from the Solid Estates when we acquired it. So they're quite willing to reimburse us for those costs. So essentially, back in the 80s, when the road was transferred designated as a public road for the planning purposes, there was not a change of value for the road at that time.
So I still don't know what the figure is, the dollar figure is.
For that stub road, I think
Or
it's...
everything, actually.
Pardon me?
Everything will be transferred, the entire amount.
Well, the stub road portion, I think it was 40...
$1,000 was the purchase price, legal fees, and the survey fees were altogether $5,457.
So we're talking short of $7,000.
$5,457.
Because the idea is that they're going to cover the cost plus legal fees, right? So we're short of legal fees. Yes. So that is what right now the arrangement is for $7,000 with us. We are transferring the ownership of this area, beach access and all to Beach Pines. Is that correct?
No, it's not the beach access. It's the portion of the road itself. The beach accesses are already designated easements. They're not being transferred.
They were highlighted on the map as well.
They were highlighted just to illustrate their particular location. It was a map that illustrated where the emergency accesses are, where the beach accesses are, and then where these two, I think they were as shown in yellow, as where these two municipally owned sections of the private road system were. So the road had a broader, the map was intended as a general reference map for everybody.
Okay.
And I'd ask previously about what's the total cost of litigation we've had related to Beach Pines to this.
Well, it's not a litigation. We began discussions with both associations back, I want to say 2004, 2005, I think, when there was tension building, maybe a little bit later than that. I don't have it right with me. And the municipality became engaged to act to see if it could facilitate an ongoing dispute and discontent between the two communities. Could we play a role in helping to resolve those issues? So throughout the course of that, we did things such as reaffirming the location of those fire accesses. We explored other options. At one time, the council had contemplated an expropriation, so we sought some legal advice in regard to the pros and cons of doing that. Further on down the road, there was an agreement that we would work with the Beach Pines Association to facilitate an improved access to the towpath. And so we sought legal advice on how best to do that. Subsequently, we got surveys done. And so these costs have been a part and parcel of the ongoing discussions to help clarify what the municipality's position was. It wasn't necessarily, it wasn't litigation or an adversarial situation between the association and the municipality. Trying to make sure that we could present information that had good legal standing behind it. helped formalize the discussions that the municipality was having between both associations, primarily the Beach of Pines Association in that instance. So I'm not sure how, I can tell you what the legal costs, but again, it covers a broad range of interaction between our lawyers. Barry cards, for example, over a 3-year period were $1,283. Our primary advisor in the discussions with Beach of Pine, Huron Woods and Beach of Pines, where it was Barry Scott, who was most familiar. His fees over the whole parcel through 2010, 2011, when the agreements were being formalized, are $24,000. But that relates, it wasn't
Not just
specifically to Beach of Pines, it was providing considered legal advice to Huron Woods as well. So it's information, it's legal advice that's shared by the municipality and it's shared with the 2 associations to help provide a concrete, formalized statement of bringing this agreement together on moving forward.
Councillor Scott.
Can you tell me what the actual value of this road would be? It's an open road.
Yeah, it's, we're talking about the Huron Place section and a small portion. There's not an assessed value of it. It's basically a conventional, I want to say north end road. It's built on sand, so it's got good drainage there, so there's no drainage substructure. There's probably a gravel base. I'd have to defer to you and us. A relatively thin, layer of asphalt. Mr. Ivan, a small layer of asphalt on it. It's it's being transferred back in the condition that it currently exists. We're not upgrading it. We're not.
No, but I mean, a piece of land in Canada has a value.
We acquired it for $1.
In today's market, what is the actual value of the land?
I don't know where you get the answer to that.
Well,
Not of a value to
I guess what
anyone there's no access to.
in our subdivision, for example, if our subdivision went to a lawyer and decided to close the road out in the front and sell it to all those homeowners along there. I mean, we have the right to do that if our subdivision as a corporation sits down and decides to do that. There is a value on that piece of property. There isn't a piece of property in Canada that doesn't have a dollar value assigned to it or is able to be found. So in our subdivision, if our board of directors sat there, went to the lawyer, got the approval from the people there, we could turn around and sell that to them. We wouldn't hand it to them. There's a market value to the piece of property. Whether we negotiated that and made it less than what the market value was, I don't know. I mean, we're looking at costs here of, $30,000 approximately that have been incurred by both groups. If the value of the land is sitting, just because it's sort of a little piece that's landlocked and it's there, is $60,000, then this municipality technically has the opportunity to make some dollars on it. And I'm not saying that's what we want to do, I'm just saying that this is one of the things. So I would like to know what the market value is.
Councillor Boston?
Can I make a suggestion here? I would really like to see this transaction done with all the loose strings tied up. I think this is one of these things that if we make a decision and there are still unanswered questions, this is going to linger, it's going to become controversial, and it could drive another wedge between these 2 communities. Could I make a suggestion that we defer this until the first meeting in September? In that period of time, you and I have an opportunity to meet with representatives from the Beach of Pines area and the CAO to perhaps address some of these questions around values of real estate and willingness to absorb a limit in cost, and then come back to this group with a sound plan that says, we've been to this association, we have talked to our CAO, we've talked to real estate, here's the situation, we've answered all your questions, let's make a decision.